Packet Tracer Activity 1.5.7 Network Representation. For each packet tracer activity, you will have a document to explain what you need to do in the activity, and you'll have a packet tracer file to download. Actually, there may be some where you'll have to build this on your own, but you will see those as we go along. First, download the packet tracer file associated with the activity. You can then go ahead and open the document that will explain what you need to do for this activity. I'm going to go ahead and set some things side by side here so that we can see both on the screen. I already have Packet Tracer open, which you will need to have open as well. So I'll move this to the right, and then I'll choose the Introduction to Networking screen. So to begin this, there'll be a series of activities and instructions that you will need to follow. I'm going to go over here to Packet Tracer, and I'm going to open that file that we just downloaded. So go to my Downloads folder, open the Packet Tracer activity. And once it's loaded, we'll be able to see the network as it's laid out. After the network opens, you'll see a series of screens. One is a user profile. This is not important, so you can just say OK. And when that's done, you'll see the Packet Tracer activity also has instructions as a part of it. You can use either this or the instructions that are on the web page. I'm going to choose the web page because it's just a little bit easier to see. Let's go ahead and start with step 1. So in step 1, it wants to talk about the icons that are down here in the lower left corner. These consist of networking components that we can use within our network. For instance, if I hover over this, these are routers, these are switches, etc. There are a series of other components as well. Connections, these are items that you can connect the different devices together, such as this lightning bolt here and these black lines. There are many different types shown in the network that we have up here. Going back to our instructions, the first thing that's asked of you is to list the intermediate device categories. Intermediate devices are those things that have 2 or more connections leading into them. So go ahead and try to determine them yourself and pause the video. Intermediate device categories consist of routers, which we see here, switches, which we see here, wireless devices, such as this device, hubs, which we do not have any in this particular network. Hub is shown here. WAN emulation, wide area networks are shown here, such as the internet. These are intermediate because they have numerous intermediate devices that consist of them. In this diagram, we also have this device, and this is a specialized type of switch. The next question asks, how many icons represent intermediate devices, those with multiple connections, but don't count the clouds? Pause the video while you count these. So I'm going to go ahead and count these, but I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so I can see everything a little better. So in the home office we have 2, and in the branch office we can continue counting. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then on to the central we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So a total of 13. So now how many of the end devices are not desktop computers? Go ahead and pause the video. There are a total of 10 end devices shown here. So we have 1 in central. Move up to home office. We have 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. Where are the other two? Actually, there are these IP phones here. While these are considered end devices, they're also considered intermediate devices as well, because IP phones can allow a external device such as a desktop computer to route through them. Thus, the IP phones are actually acting as a switch as well. I'm going to go ahead and let you complete the rest of the questions on your own. So this ends this video.